morning, everyone, and welcome back. It's Terry. Welcome back to another edition of An Orchid A Day. I want to start off first by this won't take long, talking about this was sort of an experiment. This is my angel's trumpet, still hanging in there. Hasn't bloomed for me in a while. Part of the problem is I used to move it in and out every summer and leave it outside, and it did very well. But after a while, I just got tired of lugging it out. It is in a huge terracotta pot, and I was having to shimmy it out over the ridge of the greenhouse, and so I did not feel like rubbing the bottom of the pot. I figured I would crack it eventually. Plus, it just got to be too hectic getting it in and out through the door, because it is completely taller than the door, no matter how I tried to keep it trained. So over the years, I started to mount odds and ends, just pieces of plants that had fallen off of other plants. Some of the things I did not know what they were. It was successful at first, but last winter I made the mistake of trying to keep my hose in from the rain barrel to keep the rainwater in the greenhouse so that I would continue to have rainwater. And what that created was a breeze of cold air pretty much all winter. I did not close it until February maybe. And so this particular experiment really suffered. This was one of the first things that I planted on here. This was, it used to be an Aeranthes grandiflora, which is no more. That was completely, this was just, it was completely desiccated last winter. It was alive and was putting on some new leaves from the fans. It was mounted as a seedling, and it was growing up. And I was really looking forward to seeing it bloom someday. It would have been nice to see the blooms, the pendant inflorescence with the spider-like blooms on the end, but it just never happened. So anyway, this was just stuck in here last year. I used to have another plant in here that was I had my Aeranthes hyaloids there, which was blooming and then eventually died over the years. This was planted probably the same time that this Aeranthes. I'm not sure what this is. This is a no ID. And it is doing pretty well. The roots are attached and are going all the way down. I'm hoping someday to see the blooms, and then I'll be able to see what it is. I have no idea. And up here I mounted a little piece of that Dendrobium aggregatum, and you see there's a root right there, and maybe it will attach. Hopefully it will attach there. What else did I have on here? That was some unknown. I'm not sure what it is now. I'm sure it had a tag on it at one time. But you can see it hasn't been so successful. I think I will continue to put little odds and ends on here as I get them. And this winter I'll try to keep that door shut. I don't know how I will get the rainwater. I will figure that out, but I just can't afford to just put my plants in jeopardy of getting frostbitten year after year after year after year. I'm just tired of it. So other than that, me showing you that, I wanted to show you these briefly, but I suppose I can talk about it tomorrow since I'm looking at the video and it's already 4 minutes into the video. But this is a mature Aeranthes grandiflora, which I pointed out down there that I had mounted a little seedling on my angel's trumpet, my Brookmansia. And this is a mature sized, blooming sized plant, so you can see how much the plant had to go. Unfortunately, this bloom spike has turned brown. Otherwise, it is still viable of blooming, or not blooming, but producing blooms, or even kikis. So yeah, I'll talk about my Aeranthes at another time. Of course, they're in my what am I trying to say? Angricoid group of plants that I love so much. Relatives of Angraecums. But anyway, I will end the video right there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy your orchids. Bye.